Britain, he's in white on the left of your screen, and then Aliyev of Azerbaijan is in blue. Good judo yesterday, Dennis. We enjoy ourselves. We always do enjoy ourselves anyway. We talk about the intricacies of what happens in there, the fight game itself. It's not just about walking out there, is it, and getting on with the fight. It's not just the physical preparation, but the mental preparation as well.
Yeah, and I like what we just discussed at a Grand Prix, where maybe not everybody who's competing here is like a top 10 seeded, or most of them aren't. And you can see that they're, I don't know, it's less tactics maybe. Everybody feels like, okay, if I want to achieve something, I have to give everything. And so that gave us yesterday a bit of real open matches.
But I think, don't you, with the way that the edge play is playing out, you know, that not so many chances there of Shido's, you know, not to play for Shido's on the edge, and also the fact that the transitions, we've got the transition possibilities, which make a massive difference. If they're letting it go on and they're not shouting mate all the time, makes a big difference. It's about continuity. The continuous from sometimes out of the Nevasa situation. If both athletes stand up, that is not mate, but it just keeps on going. Like, because why call mate? Yeah, and if it goes out, comes back in, goes back out, comes back in.
It feels really natural. So it's like a new rule. But it feels real natural, like it was always like this. Yeah, and certainly for me, you know, you have a look at the ethos of judo, and Jigoro Kano wanted the flow. He'd always talked about flow and the fact that, you know... I love that. Yeah. When you spoke to him. I did. I had a little chat just before we came on, actually, Funny you should say that. There's a lot of Jigoro Kanos out there, though, isn't there? If you think about judo. Well, sometimes, you know, you speak to them, so like, Kano said this and Kano said that, and I'm like, and I just fell into the trap. I'd take all of that back. No, but you know, I think one of the most important things is that also Kano thought, like, what was the idea of judo? But one of the most important things was randori. Yeah. It was. As much a part as the kata, actually. Yes. Yeah. You know, kata is important for the... Oh, lovely. That's a great score. Good score. That was. Uranagi, well, give an hip on there. They might have a little look just to see the landing. I'm not quite sure about the landing. And then... they gave it to Aliyev there, and I don't see that. I thought that was Nan's. No, but I want to see if it's hip on or not. I don't think so. I think it'll go onto the shoulder. It'll be a Wazari and then changed to Nan. I'm thinking. No, okay, so they've not given it. And we saw this also yesterday a few times. Can we see the replay? No, we can't do it at the moment. It's a shame because that was a prime example, wasn't it? Of no, but then again, if we have an argument about it and you don't know for sure, then I think the best thing is just to give no score. Yeah, me too. And this could be looking for the Yuko on the board. Nice one from Nen. I'm particularly interested in Nen. I think he's got real potential for Great Britain, and he's one that could go far. And to be honest, because for years and years, you know, especially the British male team wasn't there, and now you have yesterday which you were young, 1 or 2. You have this junior world champion, I think, and it's also junior European champion, something like that, So you see a few coming through, few names coming through, and that's and it's great to see and nice to see, and of course you know what happens there, Dennis. As soon as one does it, then everybody believes. They get that self-belief in there. Meanwhile, the Yuko was to the Azeri, not to Nan.
Aliev.
Yeah, but from the other side, it looked like he countered him a bit, but no, it was definitely a score for the Azeri.
Well, this definitely that arm over the top there, getting the reaction that he wants from Aliev. 45 seconds to keep the pressure up here. Aliev definitely on the retreat a little bit. Possibility of a second Shido here for Aliev, because he definitely is in defensive mode. He's on the run.
Well, go on.
So Nen, absolutely desperation here now, trying to get this back. Shido now, but it's come too little too late, because that will be 6 seconds before the end of the contest. So yes, just that too little too late there. Nan couldn't quite get the score.
Kind of frustrating fight for Nairn. I think there was more for him in this fight. But in the end, it's Aliev who's through to the next round.
Yes, what have we got now? Just looking, Parletti, 81 kilograms. That's the brother, I think. Against Gil, that's mat 2. Vasquez Fernandez of Spain up against Scherer of Israel, happening on mat 3. We'll stay on this one just for a little while to see how this 73 kilograms unfolds. Borositim of Brazil up against Ogrizek of Slovenia. Left-handed fighter, Rositim. Looking for the Sianagi, just trying to create that little bit of space to come in there. But both of them trying to do the same technique. It's going to be a Shido for Ogrizek. Right the way in. That's what he was looking for. Yes, this time left-handed. So he can go both ways. You were saying that yesterday, Dennis, that I think what you loved about was it Bulgarian?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, his changes of direction and Change of technique. That was nice. Nice little tip there from Ograzek. Now, can he get the leg out? Why do the Japanese take that leg out so easily?
Because they're really flexible in their hips and in their lower back.
It's incredible, isn't it? And not percentage-wise, probably you could go 95% of the time that leg will come out, if not more.
Yeah, they always like make good use of the upper body. They always control it, and then you see the hips coming up. They're flexible from
like a knife through butter, right? So.
And I also think that they put a lot of time in it.
Yeah.
They make it look easy, right? And over and over and over again. And that's just something, uchikomi. But to put like hours and hours of work in one specific newaza thing, it's difficult for people. Well, but you see like how easy they win a lot of fights with it.
When people say,
worth it.
You made that look easy, and then I always think of somebody saying, well, I had to work really hard to make that look easy.
Yeah, it looks easy because I put a lot of time in it. Yeah. And now because we get more and more time in Newaza, but because that's what I saw at the Cadet World Championships and Junior World Championships, you see that more countries are putting a lot of time and energy in Newaza, especially the transitions. So it will change. We will see more Newaza specialists. Because I think a lot of them were like, what's the point? Because you never get time for it. And then we saw the Japanese every time winning with this one or two techniques.
It's lapel, turnover, it's same one, same one time and time again, all the way through. And actually it was nice at the cadets, wasn't it, that we saw at the cadets, all the young coaches, like you said, they're putting the time in now to teach them. A bit unpolished at the cadets, but that comes. Oh yes, ooh, very low.
100% effort, and
nothing at the end of it. Yeah, good defence actually from Ograzek.
Nice Koichi.
It's just that little skip across, isn't it? That little skip across, action reaction, that pulling action with the hands there, and just flick that foot away.
They both have some real good judo skills, but just not enough to throw their opponent. So a lot of effort, but still no score.
Nearly saw a massive Osoda Gaethje there.
Yeah, well, he tried it a few times before, but the entry is okay, but then there's no following up.
No. Big possibility of the counter, of course.
Yeah, but also especially with a throw like that. You need to have this defense from your opponent. The stiffer he stands, first when you get in, you feel like, oh man, like you're run into a wall.
Yeah.
And then most of the time you're just scared and you just let go because I will never break his balance.
But if you make a readjustment,
because then it will be then you will skyrocket somebody.
I always think that when I see Abe Ifumi, I see him when he comes in and it looks totally And Ono was the same, you know, look at off balance, you know, like as an example to youngsters, you go, no, don't do this, right? But actually, the power element then and the readjustment
that's what I think. It's Ogrisek who wins. That's why he lost, I think, against the guy from, what was it, Tajikistan? Because that was like the one who did not stand fierce straight up.
Yeah.
But no, he became glue. Like, no, he became jelly.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like, okay, you're coming, and I'm not going to give you this wall, what you need to explode. Yeah. No, I just go with. And roll him over. That was exactly the other way around.
Yeah, the opposite.
But yeah, you have to be very skillful for it.
That was the score that won it for Ogrisek there. Cianegi coming off the opposite shoulder. So now we've got Abel Schauser of Germany up against Luca Rebecca of Italy. Again, massive Italian, you know, and some of these Italians are new Italians that I haven't seen before, and they just keep putting them out.
Yep. And when you know them, one is better than the other one, but they all have like some sort of, how do you say, ground level. Where you see, if you see an Italian fight, then you see
get
like
smashed, are they?
No, they're always good in ashiwaza, good with the feet, good in moving around, know how where they are on the tatami.
It's not a good experience if you're out there and you get smashed, is it? You know, that's not a good experience. But if you're out there and, like you say, you've got that ground level that you can stand up and you're going to go time, possibly, or chance of winning. I mean, look what happened yesterday with the French, you know, at 60 kilograms. I mean, you wouldn't have written that. That's going to score, is it? Just about? Are they going to score? That was right on the limit there for the what they've been scoring with the Yuko. And I think that the only thing that I can possibly say about the rules as they are at the moment, I think they all seems to be going in the right direction.
Yeah, you go.
Is that they've got to sort that lower bit out, a bit more precise. And I always think of it, Dennis. Yeah, that was just side, wasn't it? I always think of it as them having to teach it to lower level referees and you know, teach them where the line is. And if they don't know.
No, but for me this was really obvious.
Yeah, no, that was obvious. But
like,
we saw some yesterday.
This possibly would be Yuko also.
But we saw 20 years ago, didn't we? That
a few ones.
And we go,
Yeah, but because it's the same name. Yuko is the same name as it was, but
it has different values.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Yeah, sure. And that was the problem, wasn't it? That we had when you had the Wazari and no Yuko there. I mean, people were going, well, that's the old Coca. Yeah. Two old Cocas make a Nippon. That's not right. And I agree with them. You know, it wasn't right. That's why we've got the Yuko there. But I think they have to get that bottom bit of the Yuko sorted, because I don't think there's a line there. There's too much of a grey area. I think, anyway. I mean, I've talked to a couple of the referees, and they go, don't know whether to give it or not.
Nippon scored by Rebecca. Yeah, okay. So, there is a grey area, but then again, I see somebody in a black suit standing there. So we are a refereeing sport, and I think with all the video analysis, everything what we have, the referees on the side, I think the amount of fighters that walk off, the wrong winner walks off the tatami, it's like diminished.
Yeah.
Like it used to be a lot more. So it's almost
because of the penalties.
No, because we can watch it over and over again. So if there's a score, then at least a few people are watching it over and over again. So there's the chance of the wrong winner walking off the tatami is almost zero, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that is really, that's really better. So you know, when we had like those 3 referees, and they had to make the decision, and so everything is better. But because it's a refereeing sport, we will always have discussion. Because you know, if you run 100 meters on time, that's quite obvious. You know, and you just see it.
I had the final of the Olympic Games and the final of the World Championships, hand tie. 3 judges decide. Whether or not. You know.
And you know, and then still, you know, because then it's hand tie, and well, we don't have the hand tie anymore, but then still, you know, the judges have to decide. But with scores. Now, you know, sometimes we completely miss it. Well, this one we don't miss. This is quite clear. So there's a lot of judgment going on. And of course, we will have this discussion about if it's a Yuko or not. Because with this tiny bit, they give Yuko, and then the next fight, we see exactly the same, and it's no Yuko.
They don't give it.
Yeah, but that's like that's the part of the refereeing what we have in our sports. And if it goes the right way, you're happy. If it goes the other way, okay.
If it's your guy, it's okay, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course.
You just leave the stadium in silence.
Yeah, exactly. Not making a comment about that.
Run.
That's our prerogative, though, isn't it, to make that? We're the. Well, was an ippon given for that there from Bunjik? Watch this. And it wasn't over.
It's a hook. It was a hook with right. And so this is part of the discussion. But in my opinion, maybe they'll change it, maybe not. I saw with his right foot, he hooked. Wazari, okay. So, but eventually they give a score. Stop doing these techniques. Really. Because it gets you in danger.
Sacrifice. I just did this lesson a couple of weeks ago. The one, you know, this Kataguruma. That's why I said to you yesterday, watch out. This Kataguruma. Well, in the end, people are doing the transitions, and they'll kill it dead. And it will disappear for a while. Same with the tomonagi and the sumigeshi. Always, you know, when people are panicking, throw one in.
And now, you know, if you make the tomonagi or the sumigeshi that's another Wazari.
Is it? Oh no, it's a Wazari back. I thought. It's clearly Wazari, wasn't it? But wow, he's brought that back. That was great. It's been massive surigoshi.
They're going for the full bingo card.
It's good, isn't it? This is a really open match. We were talking about judo yesterday, and let's concentrate on this one because they're going for at least.
But at least, you know, sometimes now you see somebody making a sumigeshi or things, and with just a small movement of the feet of your opponent, and they can give a score to your opponent. And so. Stop getting yourself in that situation. And we had like a few years. Oh, and another one. So
wow,
was Wazari and the Yuko down, scores 2 Wazaris back. Khalidov from the Ukraine.
That was terrific, wasn't it? He even did a forward roll there with an ukemi off it. Brilliant.
For a few years, we had all those hansokumakes with those techniques on one arm. Every time.
It's gone now. I'm glad of you.
It's gone.
It's gone. I'm really so glad.
And why is it gone? Because they don't do it anymore.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. Yeah.
So if you're like one-sided, don't make an uchimata on one side.
You tell me, why did they do it?
Because it was a safe attack. and especially with the women, you saw it many times when it was a left to a right-handed fighter, and then they had like one on one side, one lapel or one hand on the back, the other hand on the sleeve, and then they just go through a chimata on one side, because if it doesn't work out, you can just fall flat on your front, and so you made a good attack, but without any.
You love that?
Yeah.
Was it your favourite?
No, so I was always happy with those makhachev. So yeah, start doing a normal
normal judo.
Yes, and not just doing a technique without any risk. Just like what I said yesterday as well. Yeah, look busy. And we all did it, of course. I did it as well. Like, look busy for the referee, but yeah, if you're on the side and you see like that, there's a big chance when you're attacking like this that you can get penalized for a hansokomake. Yeah, get it out of your system. Because, you know,
this is all good coaching.
Yeah. So
vocabulary.
Everybody that's listening and still has this technique in his repertoire. Dennis van der Geest says,
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
No, but actually we don't see it so often anymore.
I remember there was it was an American, and he was all wrapped up, big Russian guy was on top of him like that, had his arm up here like that, and his legs were around his ears, and he's like, and his tongue was hanging out, you know, and the coach shouted from the side, and he said, "Do something, Bruce."
Yeah, do something
like that.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks.
No, it was like,
yeah.
Do something, Brewster.
Yeah, you have that video on I think YouTube or something, where this guy is also down on the ground, like in an arm lock and a rest, and his girlfriend is shouting from the side, "Come on, Steve, get out!" And then after a while, he says, "Shut up!" Just to his girlfriend, "Shut up!" With all the frustration, yeah.
So.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you're on the side, it's that easy. Like, yeah, if you just put your hand there, and then there wouldn't be any problem. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah.
I remember I got hold of a Kagi at final of the World Championships. And I looked at my coach like, oh, God.
Yes.
What just grabbed hold of me, you know? Because you were on about it yesterday, you know, when they just, like, when Krasniki gets hold of them. And they go, what? Different. And, you know, that's why I always talk about the feel. They can't feel, you know, when you're in the coach's chair or here, me and you just commentating, you know.
Yeah.
They should do something. They need to attack now.
Train harder.
Yes.
No, I was talking. I was for a few days in Spain with a few of my former judo friends. Koen van Olgels, guy who was fighting 71s, that time 73 now, and he had to fight a guy from Hungary, and our head coach at the moment was Willem Visser. And so there was a game plan. So Koen asked me, I never fought this guy. So, what are his strong points? So, technical. So, the coach said, technical. Very, very, very good. Like variations from left to right, from the back to the front. And technical, very good. Okay. But like you see, like physical strong, unbelievable strong. Physically very strong. Okay, but what about his stamina? Maybe after 2 minutes, his stamina is great. It's great. So it went on, and like spirit, unbelievable spirit, good spirit as well. So Koen said, "So should I go, or can also go back to the hotel?"
I go back to the hotel now.
Because I have this feeling that I'm fighting Superman. Yeah. So, like,
He sounds incredible.
Everything was great. And then in the end, you know, sometimes he won against this guy. So, well, he wasn't that great.
Yeah. Today was an off day.
Yeah. So Superman forgot his suit. Yeah,
no, it's great. Well, this is a good match here. Like he's trying to get it back, and well, you can see that Klekar, Croatia, he realises that he's only got seconds here. No hands. I love it when they referee from the centre. Trying to hold on to this now, Chimaev. And he's going to pull it in. Look at that.
It's over.
It's all over. There's a traditional. Well, he gets the ippon.
Yeah.
So Chimaev wins by ippon in the end.
Yeah. Classical hold on.
It was good old Kesagatami.
Yeah.
Do you know, out of all the hold downs, they did a little kind of test with all the hold downs. Kesagatami was the most difficult one to get out of. The easiest one was Yoko Shiokatami, because you can kind of operate from there.
Yeah,
but the Kesagatami was a really difficult one to escape from. It was really odd. Really odd.
Yeah, but
well, not odd,
especially when, you know, like I did a lot of those judo. How do you say it, workshops, also for companies and things like that. You always have this one big guy. Like once I had to go to a workshop with the railway station, but not like the people who were working on the trains, no, who were like building the trains and things like, and getting the whole motor out, and so these were guys like actually, you know, muscular build, and there was a guy, he was like, I think a head taller than I was. His name was Joop. And he was standing there in front, like I walked in, but he was already standing there in front of the door. And I saw this guy, I said, oh my God, you know, and he's already waiting for me, and he just gave me a hand like, hey, I'm Joop. Yes,
Joop.
I'm Joop is like a real regular name, but and he said like, I'm going to be at your workshop, and I did some some lifting physically. So like, oh man. So we were in this workshop, and there were like 200 people watching, and they were not watching my workshop. They were waiting for one moment that I would be fighting Joop, of course. So Joop came. And first, you know, I did like two randoris on the ground, like a bit of like trying to get the other one on his back. So I already saw with my left eye, just on the side, that Joop was really strong, but Joop was not that good in like...
Technically,
he couldn't do anything. So 200 people were, at the moment it started, it was Joop, Joop, Joop. Everybody went for Joop. And that's where the Keisa Katame comes in. Because, you know, I was just pushing him to the right and to the left, just with the Keisa Katame. Squeezed his head the hardest I could possibly do. So I don't care if I break his neck, but I'm going to hold this man for the rest of my life. Well, you know, I also had like still this small how do you say it, earpiece and the headphone. So everybody's, Joop, come on, Joop, come on. I said, I think Joop is not having a good time. Are you, Joop? And Joop sat underneath and said, no, I'm not having fun at the moment.
Very good.
Because people can be strong and heavy, but if you have a good Keisa Katame and you know you keep your head down and you keep his head loose from the ground, nobody will get out of that situation.
I've got a similar story, and I'm going to tell it you in a minute. Let's just introduce these two first, and then I'm going to tell you a story about the farmers that I did. Bulbatar, then, of USA here, and Bulbatar is in white. No score up against Kumar, but
and another Indian who's fighting really well.
Yeah, really well.
We've seen
you said
before.
that, didn't you, that the whole squad is just really tight, really good.
There has to be something going on there.
Yeah, no, definitely is. Absolutely, you can see it, can't you? Strong fight for grips, these two.
Yeah.
Arm over, not far off.
Oh, I thought, but there's another Indian fighter on the other mat as well for the women's.
Yeah, we were just looking at the score there. We went, no, I don't know.
And look, on tatami 3, another one.
Oh, is it?
Look.
Yeah.
So you go with a squad, your Indian squad. Maybe you have one coach or something, and now on 3 tatamis, they're all together.
Yeah.
What are the odds? It's the Matrix. We're in it, Neil.
I have it's not a trick, but with the Jujigatami, I put the arm under pressure, and I can, so somebody like you, your size, you can put pressure on, and then it kind of, the arm comes out a lot easier, that's why I always talk about it here.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did seminar up in the north of England, and I've got...
For some reason, I have the feeling that in the north of England, they're
farmers,
different
farmers, right? So these are all farmers. So they have pitchforks like that, and they get the bales of hay coming up high like that, And anyway, so I get into the position for Jujigatami. And what was the name of yours? Yop.
Yop. Yeah, this was
so
also
I had the
Yop.
equivalent of Yop, right?
Yes.
So Yop, so we're down, and I say, we got to put pressure into the joint here, and you just, if you press onto the arm here, and then the arm pops out, and this little party piece, right? And the arm just pops out.
Yeah.
Anyway, Yop, my Yop.
Yeah. Yeah. And nothing happened.
He had me reeled in like that.
Yeah, and just stood up.
I just thought, this arm's not coming out. There's no way on earth. With a crowbar and a sledgehammer, this arm's not coming out.
No.
So I got him talking, and we were talking, and then he was looking around, and I was talking to him, and then I took his arm out like that. Yeah. And I said to Nikki, my wife, I said, that arm was never coming out.
No.
No, never.
Yeah, you just have to
No. So I'm careful now when I do it.
So we're already in golden score. There are 2 penalties on the board for Bolbatar. So a good chance for Kumar from India to get into the next round.
Yes, it's a great performance from the
and on
Indian
the
squad.
63 you have Shemesh, one of the, I think the strongest fighters in the 63 today, having a hard time against Tokash from India because it's Yuko.
Well, I think after this fight,
we'll have to ask like an Indian coach or something because they're working on it.
Yeah, actually, I did a photograph of one yesterday, so I will go and see her and just ask what the situation is, and we'll have a look at it. But we will. Osbas is on mat number 3. She's having a really good run of it at the moment. Osbas of Hungary. So I think just one score here will decide this. Osbas, who's on mat 3, we'll whip over there and have a look at her in a second. She was unbeaten, actually, up till the World Championships in her new weight category of under 70 kilograms.
Oh yeah, rolled her over. Yeah, his score was Ari.
Was Ari then?
So it's Kumar from India who wins his first round. and with good judo.
Yeah. And you're right, we'll get the story. Maybe that's something you could do tomorrow morning. Maybe just have a little word with the coach. Right, so let's go over to mat 3, if we can, please, where we've got the under 70 kilos category, around 32, and Ozbas Sophie of Hungary up against Andrić of Serbia, and she's having a real hard time here. Tough old match. She won 2 Grand Slams on the bounce, Ozbas, and then I'm not sure if she placed at the World Championships. I think you're looking now, aren't you? Yeah, I think she placed at the World Championships.
Yeah, she won the Baku Grand Slam this year, and then just a month later on the Tbilisi Grand Slam went to the European Judo Championships and won it as well. So there were 3 gold medals in a row.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
A new weight category as well. You know, it normally takes a little while just to get into a new weight category.
But afterwards, well, she went at the World Championships and Judo Grand Prix. That did not work out.
And quite small for 70s, like in stature, I mean.
Yeah, but especially in 70s, sometimes I think that's not a bad thing, because a lot of those big fighters in the 70s are quite tall.
Tall and statuesque,
you have a few good, like Seonages, things like that, you know how to jump underneath. Yeah, she lost against Tsunoda at the World Championships from Spain.
She was silver medalist, I think, Tsunoda at that World Championships.
No. Lost that against Sanne van Dijk.
No, that's right.
For the bronze. That's Tsunoda is also for me. Well, when I saw her as a junior, I think she was like 2 or 3 times world champion with the juniors.
Cadets and juniors, wasn't she? Yeah.
And we're still waiting for that.
Just that transition.
Yeah, that next step. Yeah, and you can see that she's having difficulty.
Yes, I wonder why it is that,
step.
you know, that sometimes, you know, people make that switch. I remember with the super lightweights, do you remember we had Zantaraya, and then there was his other, there was another one as well that made the transition to 66 kilos.
Yeah.
But Zantaraya didn't make that transition up from 60 to 66 easily.
No.
It took him a little while. But I mean, it just sometimes this is the balance. It's just.
Yeah, but there's so much difference. If I look in Holland, well, sometimes we have we had a few really good junior world champions and things like that. But most of the time, especially in the lighter weights, you see that a few of those countries, people are more mature at early age.
Yeah.
And you see them, they're like 16, 17 years old, and they're already like, they look like seniors. But the problem is that then 10 years later, they still look the same as they were
and
like
it's still
17
the same.
or 18.
Everybody else has caught up,
Yes,
and some overtaken, So into golden score, 1 Shido up for Ozbas. She's having to really work hard here. And when you consider that this is, I mean, here she is, she's won these Grand Prix, Grand Slams. She's used to being there about in the medals. And here she is, a possibility of going out in the round of 32 in this Grand Prix tournament. Another Shido given up there.
Andrić, yeah, to be honest, junior silver medalist, the world. Still a youngster, but already won a bronze medal at the seniors. And was the
possibility here, Dennis.
Cadet world champion. So
she's going to take this out. Yeah. This is going to come out here.
That hand.
Well, the right arm is underneath the armpit there. That's a dangerous
there
thing.
It is.
And there it is.
It's out. Oh, and back again. But now will be difficult.
She's still going to go. The referee will allow this to go here. There's a possibility the other foot will come up now.
It will come out.
It's going to come out, I think, because the knee's down. Wow, Osbas having to really struggle.
Yeah,
there
it's
it
out.
is.
It's out. It's over. It's over. It's over. Andrić wins against Osbas. Osbas, we mentioned her as one of the big names today, but Andrić as well, of course, as a former cadet world champion, silver medalist, and we were just talking about making that transition to from junior to senior. Well, she's showing it. She won the silver in the junior. When was the junior? That's like a month ago.
Yeah.
In Lima. Yeah.
Yeah. And what a great bit of newaza and persistence from her. And she beat a good one there, really beat. Osbas was a number 3 seed and a really good one to win. That was a good win for her. And she's not got an easy draw there. Suk of Denmark down there. Yates Brown is down there on her quarter. Not easy. Right, here we go. Suk then against Yates Brown. Suk of Denmark, looking for the shimiwaza. Very difficult to throw, Yates Brown. She has really good defence. We've got Margelidon Esposito down on map 3 in about 3 matches time. So it'll give us time then to have a look at the 81 kilograms, see how that unfolds. Tanaka, the world champion, number 2 seed in this 70 kilograms, has already gone through to the round of 32, to the round of 16, sorry. That's going to score. Sodisura Kamigoshi there from Suk and gets a Wazari for it, and she couldn't avoid it there. Yates Brown hopefully didn't fall onto her head. Did get a head injury a few tournaments back.
Yates Brown is also a long time on the circuit, and won actually a few medals.
Yes, she has, and like I say, a good defence, really good defence, but
well, yeah, the defence wasn't there for this moment, then, no, but let's see if she can get back into the game. She still has 2 minutes to go. That was a good score from Suk. Makes good use of her longer arms and switches quite easily from left to right stance. No, straight in the newaza. We cannot see if it's underneath. Holding the... Oh, yeah, well, maybe it is. No.
Must have been across the face.
Probably. Yeah, now she's getting closer. So now, yeah, not that long left hand.
Not far off there.
No. Well, if Yates Brown wants to do something, she has to break that long arm, that grip.
You meant the grip, right? Not the arm.
No. I just want to say not literally break the arm. Please, for everybody who thought that I would mention that.
He didn't mean it like that.
No. No, but you see those long stands, and that makes it difficult for her. But now she's close. So this is a chance for her now with the belt. But then still the gap is so big for her to fill. That's difficult to throw her with sumigeshi or...
there with that little counter. Almost rolled it. See the leg come over there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That'll be the end of me forever, Dennis, there, if my leg did that.
I'll send you a postcard. The balloon. Get well soon.
Yeah, get well soon, yeah. Is it?
No, yeah. It's almost over. A few more seconds. Of course, with those two penalties, still a small chance, but again on the back. But good defense from the Danish. So it's Suk who wins with that one Wazari on the board.
Let's have a look, see if we've got anything else. Let's go up to mat number 1. And it's not because Ben Levy's on, but it's just that we wanted to have a look at the 73s and the 81s we want to have a look at as well. We'll get through all of the weight categories if we can. We just happen to have Ben Levy of Great Britain up there against Albaz of
What
Israel.
a coincidence.
It is a coincidence, and I mean that.
Okay.
It is.
No, but of course, we have a few really good fights coming up in the 73s as well. Of course, we have 3 tatamis, so if you want to pick out your favorite fighter, you can change. Well, for us, of course, it's only possible to do the commentary on 1 tatami. After this one, Levy from Great Britain against Elbaz for Israel. We have Szegedi from Hungary against Jean for France. Szegedi, the highest ranked.
I wonder if Jean is brother of gold medalist yesterday. Good attacking stuff from Levy. Dennis said, nice to see that the British are out there competitive, and that's the...
It's been a while, Neil.
Yeah, it's got to be out there. They've got to be out there. Nice change of direction. Not far off there, I think, for Levy. A little kochigari. Didn't quite get both the buttocks down, I don't think. That's what they'll look for in the replay. Second Shido up for Elbaz, so good work rate here from Levy. And every time he comes on like that, that's Surigoshi there. Seems to be working. To the last minute. And again, Levy just working really hard here, left and right attacks, and he's well ahead in this contest at the moment. Elbaz not too far off getting a third Shido. It's got to be now, surely. Last chance. One more attack from Levy, it'll be all over. Yes, beautiful. That's a score. Yuko scored. Good stuff there. Benjamin Levy just worked all left and right, caught him coming on in the end, manages to put it beyond doubt. And I think that we would have got the third Shido anyway, Elbaz. So Levy goes through next round.
So next fight, Zagreb, the highest ranked today in the 73 against Jean-Peter from France.
on then, in blue, and Zagreb from Hungary. And, Dennis van der Geest just told me a joke. And I can't repeat it, unfortunately. It's really unfortunate, but I can't repeat it. All I can tell you, Philip, is that it was a really good You'll have to excuse me if I'm giggling through this. It's not the fight, nothing to do with the fight. Dennis van der Geest telling me jokes. You see, we have to relieve our tension. Some of these, we were pointing out yesterday that they are going to be quite evenly matched, 73s, 81s, and there were no real big names other than the odd one that kind of stood out. Get a chance to see Obata of Japan, 73 kilograms. That will be next matchup after this. Into the last minute. One Shido each. Oh yes, that'll be the Yuko, and into the last 30 seconds drops Siatoshi there and gets a score. Seconds to go, so it's going to be hard to pull that back. Oh, that's going to be a score as well. So massive change of direction there. Well, I thought that was a Wazari, but it doesn't matter. It's all over. So Ippon given for that. Was it for the switch? Jean then goes through. Okay, next up then, Obata of Japan. He's going to be in blue here. Aliyev of Azerbaijan will be in white. Years of age, Obata, and I would think that straight out, still no results at all, straight out of the Kodokan Cup, which is their qualification event that they blood new fighters that have come out. They've never had any experience with foreigners. Straight away there, Ochigari. I see it yesterday, and shock on their face, actually, you know, when they go sleeve lapel and they have it ripped off. We're looking for the turn, lapel turn. They're here for experience against foreigners in a competition situation. Might have them at their university, but look at that. Aliyev, really experienced Aliyev, now being held down. Is he? No, it wasn't far off, and he's going to go again here. Obata, and now look at if he can just tie up that top half there, see how that leg comes out. 6 years his senior, actually, Aliyev. Third place in the Act 2 Asian Open. Just missed out on medals in Zagreb. So, I mean, he's gaining experience as well. Left against left. Ask a lefty who they don't want to fight, and it's another lefty, and not far off there. Kosoto, Gary. It might be just the fact that they're from a particular university, these Japanese, this Japanese team. Taking a little while. Onoi yesterday was really finding it difficult to find his balance and his kumakata. Well, tough old match this one for him, Obata. I think particularly with Onoi yesterday is we looked at the difficulty getting a grip. I mean, literally was difficult for him to get a grip, and had his normal lapel sleeve ripped off. Look at this. Not far off there. Alayev. Well, Bata, by no means is he going to get this easy. He'll have to work a little bit harder than he is doing at the moment, I think. No hands there. You can't do Sianagi without hands. He's got to get something. Well, I thought Alayev as well should have got it there because he did a no-handed attack. Nice little word with Alayev there. Let me referee it. Ochigari, and that's a Yuko there. 4 seconds before the end of the contest, and manages to steal it. Obata. Took him a little while, didn't it? The same happened yesterday with Onoi. So Obata goes through against Jean. What have we got? Nurkovic. Montenegro up against Kaletsidis of Cyprus. That's up next. Just having a look what we've got. Timo. Let's go to map 2 then, where we've got the under 70 kilograms happening at the moment. Well, let's have a look at that. We haven't looked at 70s yet. We've got Eriksson up against Timo. Eriksson of Sweden up against Timo, and she's had a really good run, Eriksson, of late.
The winner of the round 2 in category under 81 kilos. In white, Italy, Antonio Esposito.
Not totally sure. She should have been grabbing the legs like she was there, and pays the price. Timo. Second, Shido on the board. Number 1 seed, Svetko is up next, so we'll watch that one, and I'm going to leave you for a couple of minutes with Dennis.
Well, Eriksson for us also one of the favorites today. Won the Lima Grand Prix.
Yeah, I said she's had a lot of success, hasn't she? She's had a good run of it just recently. Nice to see the Swedes up there as well, you know, with a few athletes doing really, really well. I'm going to leave you just for a second with Dennis.
So a minute ago, 2 penalties on the board for Timo, 1 for Eriksson. So definitely a bit more a challenge for Timo. 1 more penalty and she's out. It's a lot of gripping. She has to attack as well. So it's over, and you could see it, like they were standing, and it was Eriksson who like did it in a tactical way. She thought like, okay, we're fighting for the grips. I don't attack, but like for me that's not a problem because you're a Shido extra on the, you have a Shido extra on the board. So it's over. So Eriksson into the round of 16. The girl in form, Qingdao, and Guadalajara gold medalist Svetko from Croatia. The chance today for Zagreb, or for Croatia, to win a medal. Yesterday they had a silver. And she will be facing Nguyen from the United States of America. Nguyen in blue, Svetko in white. Well, strong left-handed grip from Svetko. It's not like a few times that they just walked out of the contest area. Both pick up a penalty. Oh, Margelidon completely misses the right leg of Esposito with the Tsuchimata, counter-attacked Uchimasa Sugeshi, and Ippon for Esposito. So the Canadian, he's out. That happened on tatami 3. That's a good attack from the American. Shimada attempt. Svetko listening to her coach. Second penalty after this attack. So she is the one who has the dominant left-handed grip, but she also has to attack. Antanan again is doing a really good time with that right arm. Keeping the distance, but now she's in trouble. was that right arm of the American on the lapel from Svetko. That, well, now it's not on the place where she wants to. Yeah, well, you can argue about this penalty because I think she was still standing up straight. But now, yeah, and of course, if you see that hand there, that it's getting more and more difficult for her to keep that right hand in place. If she grabs the lapel, then it's okay. Just put in the hip once more. I think if Nguyen, every time when Svetko has this left-handed grip and she just gets in front with the hip throw, that's a good game plan. Again, a good attack from the American. Little foot sweep. Few more seconds and then we're into golden score. Here it is. Until now, the game plan of Nguyen works with that right arm, attacking that left foot. Yeah, you know, this is not like the best judo. This is not the judo we want to see from Svetko as well. It's only like going for this left-handed grip, but then no attacks. That third penalty, and well, I think Svetko can be very happy with this one, because there were a few chances, in my opinion, for Nguyen to win this fight. Wasn't the best fight of Svetko, but sometimes, yeah, you have fights like this. Brings her into the round of 16, but to be honest, if she wants to win a medal today, she has to show a bit more than what we've seen in this fight. Oh, but There are two Svetskos, of course, so that's my fault. It's not the highest ranked, it's Lara. This was Jana. I came in a bit too late to see it. So it's definitely Svetsko who won, but Jana Svetsko. So there are two Svetskos, and the other one is on Pool A. So I made a mistake there. Now it's Peterson Polar for Great Britain against Sobieska for Poland. Shoulder throw to the left.
Just by sheer coincidence that I'm here with Peterson Pollard, Great
Yes,
Britain,
yeah,
right on the mat,
yeah.
and up against Nebraska.
I see a pattern. Oh, I think that's close. Yeah, Yuka scored for Sobieska.
Yes, just coming up to the halfway. So how are we doing then for the 81s? 81s, oh, that's the score there. You can see there that the side we've been told about it. He's got a kuriashi as well, Gramatukov.
So that's fun, because you know Gramatikov loves to have those two hands on the side like a steering wheel with those saseis, and then you know that their rakba has a good kouchigari. And then you know somewhere they will face each other in that situation.
Somewhere they'll meet in the middle.
Yeah.
They're defending there, Aregba, and there's the kouchigari. Battle of the feet.
Oh, Ippon over Aregba. Throws him for Ippon.
Great feet there. Great ash he was as Aregba then.
Yeah, makes it like a Tani Otoshi.
Sort of Kamiachi. Almost like just catches it up, doesn't he? Beautiful. Was it?
Tani Otoshi with the knee, something like that.
Yeah, nice. Wasn't it?
Doesn't matter. Ippon is Ippon. Did not expect this one.
No, I didn't either. Just Aregba then just wow.
And thanks for switching to Tatami 3, where we have the final fight. This preliminary rounds, of course. It's this other semi-final. It's Fasching for Austria against Ihanamaki for Finland.
Well, again, Fasching, not the one that you'd expect to be here.
No.
Hanamaki as well, not the one you expect. Not in the 81 kilograms, you know, which is so many people.
Yeah.
In the 81s, and yeah, you wouldn't have written that down. We would have won a lot of money if we'd have gone to the.
Yeah, it's true. Well, the Finnish fighter, okay, because he's one of the highest ranked today. But if you look at the whole roster, like Kasse, who is already out. Esposito, Margelidon, a few more names.
And he's just defending here, Fasching. Hanamaki there. And definitely the one initiating.
Yeah, but with 28 seconds on the clock, he still has this Yuko on the board. One penalty though.
Yeah, just give me a couple of seconds here while I compose myself, get myself ready for this. Every second counts. 28 seconds to go. Here we go. Namaki coming forwards. Looking for the Uchimata. He knows. He needs to stand up. 18 seconds. See, it was like 18 minutes to Fasching. Oh, now then, that's somebody's. And it was Harry Given. Well, was it Fasching's? Because he landed on his back.
I think it's for blue.
I do too.
I think
it's for blue too.
He gives it away. 5 seconds. He gives it away, Neil. He could have dropped like one more time.
Yep.
No.
No,
unbelievable.
I'm Fashion. I just got the eye there from Dennis van der Geest,
in my opinion.
Yeah. I think so. I think so too.
But can we see it again? One more time. Oh yeah, no, we don't have time anymore. So
okay,
we
haven't got time. We're going to go down and do our little run through on the side of the mat. That's the end of the preliminary rounds here on second day. We'll see you all a little bit later, 5 o'clock local time here for all the medal matches.
Well, Neil, that was semi-final, and you know, the fun part of our of the sports we love. We are into judo. Is that when you do like running or ice skating, things like that, you just have like a time, and the time says who's the winner. We will always have discussions. So we are watching a replay. It's really difficult sometimes for the referees to make the right decision, and then still it's possible that the decision that we think is left or it's right, or everything happens. That also, and that also makes it like interesting.
Big surprises, I think. 81 kilograms, we would never have said, the people, Aregba and Fashing in the final, and, but when you have a look at the judo, I mean, that last one there with Fashing, we said, didn't we? Was it a score? Wasn't it? It meant the difference between getting to the final and not getting to the final in the end. It was the highest.
Yeah, the highest ranked today was Matthias Kasse, former world champion, bronze medal at the Olympics, comes back. We didn't see him for a few months, and then he's here. Lost against Itzaba. Already lost again for the second time against Isawa. And then we think, okay, Isawa, he's the real guy. He's going to win the gold medal for sure. He was thrown after 8 seconds.
Unbelievable.
By Gramatikov from Bulgaria.
That was the best Ashi was, wasn't it? I mean, almost as good as his Sasai as well that he did. I mean, great feat, and then he loses.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. So I said, okay, so Kasse loses against Isawa, so I think Isawa will be the Gramatikov. He will be the champion then. No, he lost against the Regba. So everything is possible. That's always in judo, but especially here in the 81s today.
Yeah. So I think that'll be an interesting final. Anybody's final, I think. Let's have a look at the 73 kilograms then. And what can you say? 73 kilograms, and you've got chimaev against Esposito. I mean, that could be anybody's match. Really, couldn't it? I mean,
for me, it was impossible to write down a person in 73 that I would be. I would say, like, okay, he's definitely one of the favorites. So